This is a question of average asked by UPSC CSAT exam in 2011. A student on her first 3 tests received on an average score of n points. Right. If she exceed her previous average score by 20 points on her 4th test, then what is the average score for the first 4 tests? Right. So the question is asking what the question has given. The question has given the average score of first 3 tests. Right. So what is given? They have given the average score is n of first 3 tests. Let's suppose the tests are T1, T2 and T3. Right. So by using the formula of average, because we know that average is equal to total marks, right, upon number of tests, right? So I'm using this formula here, right? So from this one we can get T1 plus T2 plus T3 is equal to 3n. Now they have given in the 4th paper how much marks she received. She got 20 marks more than the average score of previous test, right? So in 4th paper the marks in previous, the average marks in previous test are n, and in 4th paper she is getting 20 points more, so it will be n plus 20, right? Now the question is asking the average score of the 4 test. So the average score of 4 test will be T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 upon 4. Just put the value here and we will get the answer. T1 plus T2 plus T3 is what? 3n, we know, and T4 is n plus 20 upon 4. So it will be 4n plus 20 upon 4, right? Or we can write it like this: 4n upon 4 plus 20 upon 4. So this 4 will cancel this 4, this 4 5s are 20. So this will be n plus 5. So the answer is option D. So n plus 5 is the correct answer. This was easy question, right? So I hope ये सबको समझ में आ गया होगा. If you still have some problem, you can comment or call us or WhatsApp us, and I will explain you this question personally, right? This is a question of average asked by UPSC CSAT exam 2016. The average monthly income of a person in a certain family of 5. How many members are there in family? 5. And what is the average? 10,000, right? So what will be the average monthly income? He is asking average monthly income of a person in the same family if the income of one person increased by rupees 1,20,000 per year. So here they have given increment in per year, but here they have given monthly, right? So monthly income they have given. Okay. So first of all, what they have given? They have given the average of 5 member, right? So I am using the formula of average, right? So this is their income, right? Income of first person, income of second person, income of third person, income of 4th person plus income of 5th person, right? So they have given this. So what will be the total income? So this is total income, right? I1 plus I2. So I can directly write here total income also. What? I can write I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I5. Both are same, right? So it will be 50,000. Okay. Now what happened? That one person income got increased how much? 1,20,000 per year. So income increase is 1,20,000. So 1 year means in 1 year we have 12 months, right? So what's the salary increment for 1 month? So we will divide it by 12. because this is the increment of 12 months, right? But now we have to calculate how much will be the increment in 1 month. So it will be, we will divide this by 12. So this will come out 10,000, right? So 10,000 is the increment of per month. So now what will be the total income? Total income will be 50,000 plus 10,000. So now new total income per month would be how much? Previously it was 50,000. We have calculated here, right? Plus this is the increment per month. So plus 10,000. So it will be total 60,000. Now the question is asking the average. So what will be the average? The average will be, we will divide this 60,000 by number of person. So number of person are same, 5. So this will come out 12,000. So this is our answer. So option A is our answer, right? So this was very easy question. Okay, I hope ये सबको समझ आ गया होगा, right? If still you guys have some problem, so you can comment us, call us or WhatsApp us. Okay, this is a question of average asked in UPSC CSAT paper of 2017, right? Suppose the average weight of 9% is 50 kg. The average weight of the first 5% is 45 kg, whereas the average weight of the last 5% is 55 kg. Then the weight of the fifth person will be. See, so, what is given? It's given that there are 9 people, right? So suppose this is person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5, person 6, person 7, person 8, person 9, right? So their average weight is given. How much? 50, right? So this will be total weight of 9 people, right? Upon 9. So what is the total weight? So total weight of all people will be, total weight of all people means P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4, right? So this will be equal to 50 into 9 is equal to 450, right? Now they have given the average weight of the first 5%. So the average weight of these 5% is also given, right? So the average weight of these 5% is how much? 45. So this will be equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5 upon 5. So P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5 will be equal to 45 into 5. This will be equal to 225. See, I am telling you all the steps here so that every student can understand it. Okay. Otherwise, you can do it in short way also, right? I will tell you that how we will do it. Okay. Now, the average weight of the last 5%. So last 5 is how these, this one, P9, P8, P7, P6 and P5. So these are 5%. So the last 5% means P5 plus P6 plus P7 plus P8 plus P9. So their average weight is also given. Their average weight is equal to 55 kg, right? So from here we can get the average weight of these people. It will be equal to P8 plus P9 equal to 55 into 5, which is equal to 275, right? Now we know the total weight of all the people and we know the weight of these two, right? So if we add these two equations, right, So it will become what? It will become, it will be P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5, and P5 we have here also, right? So here will be 2 P5, right? Plus P6 plus P7 P8 plus P9, right? So we can write it like this, like it will be equal to total weight of all, right? Total weight of all person, P1 to P9, plus we have one P5 extra because there will be two P5 here. So it will be 225 plus 275. So it will be equal to 500. We know this thing from here. We have calculated it. So total weight of all people, right? So this is 450 plus P5 is equal to 500. So if we will solve it, we will get P5 is equal to 50 kg. So they ask the weight of fifth person. So the weight of fifth person is 50 kg. So this is our answer, right? If you understand this basic concept, then you can skip various steps here and you can do it very fast in the exam. So first of all, you have to understand this basic concept, right? Then you can do the fast calculation and skip some steps so that you can solve it. This is a question of average asked by UPSC in CSAT exam 2017. The average rainfall in a city for the first 4 days was recorded to be 0.40 inches, right? The rainfall on the last 2 days was in the ratio of 4:3. The average of 6 days was 0.50 inches. What was the rainfall on the 5th day? So we have to calculate the rainfall on the 5th day, right? So they have given like the 4 days, first, second, third, fourth day. यहाँ पे भी 0.40, second day भी, third day भी, and fourth day. 5th and 6th days के लिए what they have given? They have given ratios like 4:3. So you know, whenever the ratio is given, we can assume some variable k. So we can say this is 4k or this is 3k, right? So now we will make the equation, right? So what is given? We have to just make the equation. The average is given. The average of 6 days is given, 0.50, right? So all these 4 days, so this will be 0.40 plus 0.40 plus 0.40 plus 0.40, or I can write directly multiply by 4 plus 4k plus 3k upon how many days? 6 days, right? So it will become 6 will come this side, so it will become 0.5. 0 into 6 is equal to, we have to multiply this, so this will become 1.6, right? Plus 7k, right? So this will become 7k is equal to 3.0 minus 1.6. Okay. So the value of k will be from here. This will be 1.4 upon 7. So this will be 0.2, right? So he is asking the rainfall on the 5th day. So 5th day is this one. 5th day rainfall is 4k. So we will put the value of k here. K value is 0.2. So the rainfall on 5th day is equal to 4k is equal to 4 into 0. Is equal to 0.8, right? So the answer is option C. So this is our answer, right? Okay. This is a question of average asked in UPSC Civil Services Exam CSAT paper 2017. So there are 13 two-digit consecutive odd number. if 39 is the mean of the first 5 such number, then what is the mean of all the 13 number? So this is very good question, right? So first of all, don't get confused. They have given here mean. So mean and average are same, right? So you can assume average, right? So what they have given? They have given these are 5 number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So they have given the mean of these 5 number is what? 39. Right. And we know that these are 2-digit number. Right. So there are 2-digit number. And these are consecutive. This is very important point here. These are consecutive odd number. So we know these number will be odd number. And these are consecutive. Consecutive means if I am giving you 11, so the next odd number will be 13 and the next will be 15, because these are consecutive number, right? So these are consecutive odd number, right? So we know that their average or their mean is 39. So if you remember, what is the mean? What the average or the mean represent? It represent the central number or the midpoint of the data, right? So here 39 is the mean, means 39 will be here, right? Because this is the center point, because from here we can go 2 step this side and 2 step this side. So 39 is the mean, so 39 will be here, right? So if we know 39 is this side, so what will we know? This will be the next number. So next odd number will be what? 41, and the next will be 43. Similarly, if 39 is this side, this will be 37, because they have given that these are consecutive odd number, and this will be 35. So here we have to use our common sense. You can solve this question by assuming 5 consecutive odd number as 2n plus 1, right? But there is no need to do this. Okay, so the UPSC is not expecting this from us, right? So he is expecting this. This is smartness he is expecting, right? So now we got the number that the series is starting from 35, 37, 39. Now they have given there are 13 such number. Okay, how many? From starting 35. So total number are 13, right? So what will be the midpoint of 13 number? So the midpoint of 13 number will be 13 plus 1 by 2, means 14 by 2 means 7. So 7th point is the midpoint of these 13 number, right? So we know this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth will be 45, and the 7th will be 47, right? So this is the answer. So its answer is option A. So here no need to write all these number and add all these number and then divide it by 13. No need to do all these things, right? You can directly use this thing here. So it will save your time in the exam also, right? And you can do this question in just few seconds, right? So this was just the UPSC was checking, the examiner through this question was checking how you see average. Average is the midpoint, the mean is the midpoint of the series, right? Because the series is here the consecutive. Okay, so I hope you all understood this question. If you still have some problem, you can comment or call us or WhatsApp us, right? And I will explain you this question.
So this is a question of average asked by UPSC in CSAT paper 2019, right? So UPSC normally asks minimum 2 questions from average, right? So from the UPSC point of view, average is very important and it is also very easy to score, right? So a family has 2 children along with their parents. The average of the weight of the children and their mother is 50 kg, right? So what is given? The average. We know from the formula average is equal to the weight of mother. Suppose this is weight of mother M, and the weight of children are, there are 2 children we know. So let's assume C1 and C2 is their weight upon 3, right? So it will become M plus C1 plus C2 is equal to 50 into 3. So it will be 150, right? Now, the average of the weight of the children and their father is 52 kg. If the weight of father is given 60 kg, and we have to find out what is the weight of mother, and we have to calculate, right? Now, from the second, the average weight of children and their father is 52. So what is given? 52 is equal to father weight. Father weight is 60 plus C1 plus C2. The weight of children will remain same, right? And total 3. This is given. So now it will be C1 plus C2 is equal to 52. We will multiply here. So it will become 156 minus 60. Right? You have to calculate this. Okay. You will find out. So this will come out 96. We will put the value of C1, C2 here. 150. So this will go this side. It will come out 54. Right. So the answer is option D. See, it was a very easy question. So average questions are easy if you understand the basic concept. And these all calculation you can do in less than 1 minute, right? So this is easy question, right? And you can easily score marks in average, right? This is a question of average asked in UPSC CSAT exam 2019. The average marks of 100 students are given to be 40, right? So we know that the average formula is total marks upon number of students, right? Now they have given that the average is 40, right? And this is total marks upon 100, right? So total marks will be 40 into 100 is equal to 4000, right? Now it was found later that marks of one student were 53, which were misread as 83, right? So there was one student whose original marks was 53, right? But they mention or they consider marks 83, right? So they calculated the average on the basis of marks 83, right? But now they want to know the corrected mean marks are. Now they wanted to know the corrected average marks, right? So they calculated using 83. So 40 average marks 40 came by using 83, right? So in this total marks there is one student whose marks is 83, right? So we can write like there are 99 students, marks of 99 students here, right? Plus 83 is equal to 4000. So we can take this 83 this side, so it will become like this, right? So now the new average, right? And the new average will be the marks of total marks of 99 student. So total marks of 99 student is this much, right? Plus the marks of this student, one student, right? So its original marks is 53. So this will be divided by 100, right? So we have to calculate this. So the average marks will become how much? The difference is the marks of 30, right? So it will be 3970 upon 100. So it will be 39.7, right? So the answer option B is the correct answer. Okay, and there is one more method to solve this, right? You have to just find out the difference of these two. So difference is 30, right? Difference means 83 minus 53. So the difference of 30 marks, right? And we considered higher marks, but he got less marks, right? So this difference is in minus, right? Okay, so these 30 marks will get distributed over 100 student, right? So how much marks if one student will get? So you have to just divide it by 100. Okay, so it will be minus 30 upon 100, so it will become minus 0.3. So the new average would be the old average is 40 minus 0.3, so this will be 39.7, right? So from this method also you can get the answer, right? If it would have been a vice versa, like the original marks would have been greater than 83, okay, then it would have been positive here, right? So it will get added into the current average, right? So the answer is 39.7. If you have some problem in this, you can comment or you can call us or WhatsApp us. I will explain you this question individually, right? This is a question of average asked in UPSC CSAT exam 2020, right? So in a class there are three groups A, B and C. So there is a class, right? Suppose this is a class, okay, and there are three groups A, B and C, right? If one student from group A and two students from group B are shifted to group C, so one student from group A is shifted to group C, right? And two students from group B are shifted to group C. Then what happens to the average weight? We have to calculate average weight of the student of the class. So we have to calculate the average weight of the, this is a class, right? So this is a very easy question, but this is very good question because here they are asking about the basic concept of average, right? So like how the average works. So here we have to understand that, and many student was not able to answer these questions, and even if they answered, they are marked wrong answer, right? So how we will solve it? See, one student is shifting from A to C and two student from B to C. So surely the average weight of class A, class B and class C will change if we are calculating the individual weight of these groups, right? Group A, group B and group C. This is not class. Okay, so class is one only. In this they have three groups. So if we are calculating the average weight of the whole class, so it will remain same, right? Because according to the average formula, what we do, right? In the numerator we will write the average, the weight of each student, and the denominator will be the total number of student in the class. So these both things are remaining constant, no matter कौन सा स्टूडेंट कहाँ शिफ्ट हो रहा है, right? So the average weight of the class will remain same, but if the questions comes about the average weight of these groups A, B or C, that it will change, right? So the answer will be, it remain same. So option C is the correct answer, right? So I hope ये सबको समझ आ गया होगा. If you still have some problem, you can comment or call us and I will explain you this question individually, personally, right? So this is a question asked in UPSC CSAT 2020 exam, right? The average age of a teacher and three, how many student? Three student is 20 years, right? If all the three student are of same age, the age is same, and the difference between the age of the teacher and each student is 20 years, then what is the age of the teacher? See, it looks like this is a problem on age, but the average age is given. So in this question, the examiner is using the concept of average. So he is applying the concept of average on problem of ages. So the examiner can use can even apply the percentage or the ratio, right? So any concept he can apply on any problem, right? So you have to understand the problem. If you can understand this question and if you know the basics, you can solve it easily, no matter what question they give, right? So here if I apply, right, like the average formula, like the average of teacher plus student, there are 4 students, right? But they have given the age is same. Here they have given the same age, so like, so that their age will be same, s1 s1 s1, or you can write anything, and total 4, and average is given what? Average is 20. So what will come out? The equation will be t plus 3s is equal to 80. 20 into 4, so this will be 80, right? Now what else is given? Given that the difference between teacher and student is 20 years. Here this is given, right? Here the difference between the age of teacher and student is 20 years. So we have two equation, right? And we have two variables, so we can easily solve it, right? Suppose I am deducting it, so it will become 4s is equal to 60. So s will be is equal to 15. So if I put the value of s here, so it will be t is equal to 20 plus 15 is equal to 35. So this is very easy questions, right? So this is very easy question, right? You don't need to go through all the steps in the exam. If you know and understand the questions and the process, like what we are doing, so you can solve it very easily, right? So this is average questions asked in UPSC CSAT 2020, right? A car travels from a place X to a place Y. Suppose this is a place X and this is a place Y, right? At an average speed of V. What the speed is given? In the first round, the speed is, in the first round, the speed is V, right? And from Y to X at an average speed of 2V. And now again going from Y to X at a speed of 2V. Again X to Y at an average speed of 3V. Now again going from X to Y at a speed of 3V. And again from Y to X, and again coming back on X at a speed of 4V, right? Then the average speed of the car for the entire journey, right? Now we have to calculate the average speed for the entire journey. So we know that the average speed for entire journey will be is equal to the total distance. Total distance is how much? Suppose the distance between X and Y is D, right? And total timing. So total distance is how much? Total distance is D. In the first round, D distance, again the distance will remain same, D plus D, D distance, D distance, D distance, and again D, right? Upon, suppose the timing is T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4. See, the time will change. Why the time will change? Because suppose you are going from one place to another place at a speed of 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer, 40 kilometer per hour. So the time will change, but the distance will remain same. So now what's the T1? T1 is in the first round. What the timing? The time will be, we know there is a formula, T is equal to distance. So distance is D upon speed. Speed is given V. And for T2, distance will remain same and speed will be 2V. Similarly T3, D upon 3V, and T4 will be equal to T upon, what is the speed here? 4V, right? See, I am telling you all the step. You can skip and you can directly write here, right? But I want that every student understand it, because I know there are many students who don't get it. So I want that you all understand it. That's why I am telling you all the steps, right? So this d plus d plus d plus d, so it will be is equal to 4d upon d upon v plus d upon 2v plus d upon 3v plus d upon 4v. See, this d will come out common and this will cut this d. Now we have to take LCM of this, right? So it will be 4 upon, the LCM will be 12, right? 12v. So here it will be 12 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3, right? So I am taking the LCM, nothing else I am doing, right? So this 12 will come out this side, right? So it will become how much? 12 into 4 upon, this is how much? This will come out 25, right? This is 4v. So this will be equal to 48v upon 25, right? So this will be equal to what? This will be equal to 1.9v. So what will be the option, right? It lies between, it lies between v and 2v. So the option B is the correct answer, right? Because it's less than 2v but greater than v, right? So this is our average speed. I hope कि ये सबको समझ आया होगा, right? If you still have some problem, you can contact with us, right? This is a question of average asked in UPSC CSAT exam 2020. The average score of a batsman after his 50th inning was 46.4. So what is given? As we know that the formula of average is equal to, here the sum will come, right? And upon number of items, right? So what is given? They have given the average. Average is 46.4 of 50 inning का दिया है. Suppose N1, N2 like that till N50, right? See, I am explaining you this in detail so that every student can understand, and the student who know this basic, they should also focus on and try to understand this, because in exam what they do, the examiner do, they try to confuse you in the basic itself, right? So in UPSC you won't get the questions where they want to check your calculation or the speed or something like that. Here they want to check your basic understanding, right? So this will be 50, right? So it will be N1 plus N2, right? N50, and it will be 46.4 into 50, right? Right, so this will be, and now the second, his average score increased by 2.6. So now the new average is what? New average is increase. So new average is previous average plus 2.6. So this is our new average, 49. So 49 is the average of what? After 60th inning, his average score. So this is the inning of, there are 60 innings are played by batsmen, right? So here N1 plus N2, right? And here will be 50 and then 51. The same will go till 60, right? So what was his average score in the last 10 innings? So he is asking about this thing, right? We have to calculate the average score of these innings, right? So we know N1 plus N2 till N50 we have calculated here, right? So this 60 will go this side, so it will be 49 into 60, and this is 2320 plus N51 till N60. Now we have to calculate, we will bring this here, right? So this will be 49 into 60, minus 2320, right? So you can multiply this. So this will be how much? N51 till N60, right? So you have to multiply this thing. So this will be how much? 2940, right? So 2940 minus 2320, right? So it will be 2940 and 2320. So this will be 620. So the average of the last 10 inning will be N51 say till N60 upon number of item are 10, because 51 to 60 there are 10 item. So the average will be 620 upon 10. So it will be 62. So this is our answer. So option C is our answer, right? So this is easy, right? There are other method also to solve this. Okay, so we will discuss those concepts in the class, right? So here also I will tell you like how we can solve it in a short way, right? So suppose I'm rubbing this, okay, because I need space. Fine. So how you can see the second method I'm telling you. See, the average score increased by 2 by 6. So this average score 2.6 is increased of his initial 50 inning also, right? So it will be 2.6 into 60, right? And what is his average in the last 10 inning? So let's see what is happening. Suppose these are his 50th inning. So here average score is 46.4 and these are 51 to 60. These are last 10 inning. Because of these inning, the average score of these 50 item also got increased, right? So suppose the average score of these item is also 46.4, right? So the average score of all item got increased by 2.6 due to these. This is the another way to tell this, right? So we have to calculate the average score of these item only. So how we can calculate the sum of these? The sum of these will be 46, the will be the average score of these 10 item or not, right? Plus the extra will be which is increased by these item. So the average is increased, the 2.6 is increase of all 60 item, not just these, right? So it will be 2.6 into 60. So this is the question of average asked in UPSC CSAT 2020 exam, right? So consider the following data. So this table was given, and I know many students who just see table and think like this is a very tough question, I won't be able to do it. They just leave this question and go to the next question, right? But in CSAT paper, what do you have to do? You have to just try to make equation. If you are able to make equation, then you can solve it. I can assure you that, right? So this is a simple average question because the average is given, right? So what is given? The average marks in English is given and the average marks in Hindi for both girls and boys is given, and the overall average marks of both girls and boys in English and the overall average marks of boys and girls in Hindi is asked, right? So we have to just convert it into equation. So we know that the average will be is equal to average is equal to sum upon number of items, right? So what is given in the first, this one, let's take first case. 8.8 is given, right? They have not given the number of girls and boys, and this is the average marks. So we are assuming that number of girls is G and the number of boys are P. So number of girls are G and numbers of boys are B, right? So they have given the average marks in English for girls. So average marks of girls, right? So these are all girls. So here will be the sum of girls, right? And total number of girls are G. So total, the sum of girls will be 9G. Similarly, the sum of boys will be 8B, right? And here the sum of what? Sum of girls and boys. So sum of girls is 9G and sum of boys will be 8B, right? Upon number of girls are G and numbers of boys are B. So these are total numbers of student, right? So now this will be 8.8 G plus 8.8 B is equal to 9G plus 8B, right? So this will become, we will bring this B here and we will take this G this side, right? So it will become 8 minus 8B minus 8B is equal to 9G minus 8.8 G. So this will be equal to 0.8 B is equal to 0.2 G, right? From this point we can cut this point, right? Or you can say it will become 0.8 on 0.2 G B is equal to G. So this will cut it 4 times. So G is equal to 4B, right? Now talk about second situation. In the second situation, the average is X, right? And the sum of girls will be 8G plus boys will be 7B upon total number of girls and boys. So it will be G plus B. Now we know 1G is equal to 4B. Just put this value here. So it will become X is equal to 8 into 4B plus 7B. G is equal to 4B plus B, right? So this will become how much? So 8, 4 8 ja 32 plus 7. So it will be 39B. 4B plus B is equal to 5B. This B will cut this B. So it will go 7 times 7.8, right? So value of X is 7.8. So the answer will be A, right? So see, the question was easy. We have to just make two equations and this is easy, right? So you can solve it. So you just try to make equation. Okay, if you are able to make equation, you can solve it. Okay. So this is the question of average asked in UPSC CSAT paper 2021, right? So by looking, this question looks lengthy, right? Because we have to read this much, right? So this is also a big thing in the exam where we have a pressure of time, right? But if you see, the answer of these questions can be given even without using a pen. So let's first read it. There are two classes. So there are two classes. This is class A and this is class B, right? So what is given? Having 25 and 30 students. Here we have 25 students and here we are having 30 students. In a class A, the highest score is 21 and the lowest score is 17. So here the lowest score is 17 and the highest score is 21. In class B, the highest score is 30 and the lowest score is 22, right? So this information is given. Now the 4 students are shifted. 4 students are going from class A to class B, right? So 4 students we are shifting from class A to class B. So consider the following statement. The average score of class B will definitely decrease. So we know from the formula of average, the average of student in class A, this is average, this is not class A, this is average of class A. The average of class A will be the marks of all student here, right? The score. So it will include the lowest score also and the highest score. The one student is having the highest score is 21 and the lowest score is 17, right? So it will be the addition of score of all 25 student, and here the number of student we know is 25, right? So this will be the average of class A. Similarly, we know that the average of class B will be, similarly here the highest score will be 30 and the lowest will be 22, and number of students are 30. So if you see from this information, we can interpret that the average of class B will be greater than average of class A. Do you get it or not? Because here the lowest score is 22. So all the students or most of the students are having marks or score greater than 22 or 22, right? But here the maximum is only 21. So the average of the class B will be greater than 22 at least, right? Because the minimum marks is 22 there. But here, even if we consider that all the students got the highest mark, even that time the average score can't be greater than 21. You have to understand that, right? And here, even if we consider the minimum average marks of a student, it can't be less than 22. So the average of class B is greater than average of class A by this information. But now what is happening? The 4 students are getting shifted from A to B. So if we assume that the student who got shifted from class A to class B, their marks is, let's assume it's 17 minimum marks, right? Okay, the minimum marks student are shifted from here, from class A to class B, right? If they are shifted from there, but here initially the average score was less, but now some students are coming who are having marks less than 22, because here the average is will be 22, but now we are getting students whose marks are 17, right? So the average of class B will decrease. Why it will decrease? Because previously it was 22 and now we are getting students who are having marks 17 or nearby 17. So to compensate this difference of 5 marks, right, the average will reduce, right? Or may be possible that we are shifting the highest marks student from class A to class B. Even that case the average will reduce, because here the maximum marks is 21 but the average score of class B is 22, so still there is a difference. So still the average will reduce. So we can conclude that the average score of class B will definitely decrease in both cases, right? So this option is right. Now what's the second conclusion? The average score of class A will definitely increase. Now he is asking what will happen with the class A average, right? So in the class A average, what will happen? It will increase or decrease. If we are shifting the minimum marks student, then the average will increase of class A, right? It will increase. But if we are transferring or shifting highest mark student into class B, then the average of class A will decrease, because now we don't have the highest mark student, so the average will reduce, right? So here it is reducing and here it is increasing. So here we cannot conclude definitely what will happen about class A average, but we can definitely conclude about class B average, right? So option A is right. So the answer will be option A, right? I hope you all understood the answer. This is just a basic concept of average we are applying here. We are not doing any mathematics here, right? But even if you still have some problem, you can comment us or you can connect us through WhatsApp or call, and I will explain you this thing personally, right? This is the question of average asked in UPSC CSAT exam 2022. The average weight of ABC is 40 kg. So what is given? The average weight. So this is the formula of average weight, and this is equal to what? 40. So ABC will be equal to what? A plus B plus C will be equal to 120, right? The average weight of BD is 42. B plus D plus E. This is the formula of average, right? This is given 42. So B plus D plus E will be equal to what? It will be equal to 42 into 3 is equal to 126, right? So now one more thing is given, that the weight of F is equal to B. What is the average weight of A, B, C, D, E, F? So now the question is asking average of what? All these items, A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F, right? Upon how many items are there? 6, right? So A plus B plus C we know from this equation, right? So it will be 120. We have D plus E, right? And F is equal to B. So F is equal to B. So this B will get converted into F, and this will be D plus E, because this is given that B and F weights are equal. So it will be 126. So this will be 126 upon 6. So this will be equal to 642 by 6. Right? यहाँ तक समझ आ गया कि नहीं? I hope you all understood, right? So the average weight will be equal to 41 kg, right? So this is our answer. So option C is the answer, right?